Hey everybody, and welcome back to Minecraft Story Mode with me, Bravo Productions, here back in the world of Minecraft Story Mode. You know what City Skylines is missing? War crimes. You know what else is missing? Me doing war crimes. You know, just like you, I am a very simple man. I like to do very just normal things, really, like create two rival societies that will be no way connected to each other and make them face off against each other, except one of them's going to have no amenities and one of them's going to be literally heaven on earth. You know, just some normal stuff, really. So we got poor land and we have rich land. Actually, hold on. There you go. That fits my exotic personality better. The last episode of City Skylines, when we were doing our California that was separated from the world, a lot of people had the idea that I do this on a bit of a greater scale, which I'm definitely going to take full credit for because I'm just a creative genius, really. Also, still a lot of people asking me where's Hoi 4, and the simple answer is because it hasn't been updated in a very long time. I just don't really feel like I want to be playing it until it is, to have a nice fresh outlook on it whenever the DLC is released. But we have definitely done everything that we can in Hoi 4 for the time being, so we really need to wait for that update. And I don't know, you know the usual 20k likes, play Lazy Town, mods reloaded, all states independent. You know, I won't lie, grid formation on its own is literally a war crime. Also, believe it or not, I've actually found another great use for Denmark. So we set up the basic of what's going to be the rich part of our city, or they're basically going to be two cities. There's no point calling them one as they won't function together. And now we need to get started on the poor land, which it's not going to be pretty. Also, we're only going to have one highway into the city and no way for you to possibly get out. Just like when I was doing California in the other video, because poor land is going to be so great, you're never going to want to leave. Wait a second. I've just thought about this. If I use dirt roads, do you think I can make a dirt road roundabout? Yeah, this right here, this is going to be the most high-tech part of this entire city. You see, grid formations just make too much sense. What I like is a bit of crazy on my plate. It actually just looks like someone just dropped a bowl of spaghetti on the floor. But you know, that's literally kind of just my whole channel aesthetic, isn't it? You know, to really bring out that slum vibe as well, the industry's just going to be in the middle, randomly, in between houses. Just give it that real natural spawn of just like, I don't know, the 1800s in London. They're also only going to feed them dirty sewage water just to see if they turn into like some weird mutated rat people. Well, the industry's already kicking it up, and this guys need a lot of power, so we'll just go ahead and throw down a coal power plant right next to them in the middle of the city, just so you know, just clear the air a bit. It's how it works, right? You just burn through the air, makes it clean. Now for the rest of this, we're just going to make it all low density residential, and then we're going to throw down some random little shops so the people here in their little slums can buy, you know, some like rat hot dogs, like rats on a stick, you know, the best thing to buy in the slums of poor land. Also going to whack down a cargo hub here, so the resources and the industry and everything that's being, you know, manipulated out of poor land can be manipulated further and make the people of rich land a lot more happier. Ah, smell that, boys. That's the smell of rat cooking in the morning. I wish our city would have more parks. So you know what? Funny you should say that, I just whacked down some pretty cool parks right now. The best part about this park is that you can just throw litter anywhere. It literally doesn't matter. Yeah, I feel like we need to whack down just a bit more industry in between these houses, just so everyone in the north as well can also get that nice delicious smell in the morning of just burning. But meanwhile, in Hella Stacks land, look at this. They got themselves a nice park with a Ferris wheel. Can tell a city has succeeded beyond all expectations if in its park it has gazebos. Truly a decadent society we're living in today. Poor land, on the other hand, not a single gazebo in sight. There's a lot of industrial smog in the air though, and some of the houses do look like wooden shacks, but most importantly, the crime rate is high at the landfill. The city park. I completely forgot you can actually set your policies for individual zones, so we can make poor land have no taxes whatsoever. It's just going to be a lawless hellhole. This is exactly what I want, and it will trick stupid people to come live here. So the moment this Cold War is very cold, we need to heat it up to like Cuban Missile level crisis type of warm by putting down a sightseeing tour for the people of rich land to come round and just have a look at poor land. I just equated the Cuban Missile crisis to me putting down a sightseeing tour bus for rich people in a poor area. You look at that, the war machines have been unleashed. Oh, look at them go, ready to take over this entire area in the name of being rich. Although I don't think the rich people would really want this. This is more of just a look how the other side lives type deal. I wasn't going to put down any healthcare for the poor people, but now I'm going to go ahead and start putting clinics down because more people are actually dying from drinking the sewage water than I thought. I would assume they'd have all evolved into like these weird sentient rat people by now, but no, it's just not happening, so we've got to keep them alive somehow. And I put them down, and immediately there's just a million ambulances everywhere. Meanwhile, in Richland, we've gone ahead and made our new monorail system, but as you can see, no one's really using it at the moment for obvious reasons, because, you know, public transport, that's for poor people, jeez, you don't need that. We're rich snobs. I'm also going to put the only disaster response unit on this side of the city, obviously, with all the evacuation bunkers, so God forbid that it happens, but Poorland, I'm sorry, you'll have to make your own deals on how you're going to survive, but you are rat people, so I assume you can just, you know, dig a hole. We keep having this problem where the power, we're just getting rolling blackouts all the time, because I'm assuming, like, someone somewhere is just nibbling at the wire, so I've got to go ahead, I need to put down more power for these guys. Yeah, look at that. They love it. I noticed that people are requesting more industry, and I was like, you guys probably don't want more industry. Let's look at this city right now. But I realize there's probably the people over here that want more industry. So, sorry, guys. Yeah, we haven't bothered with actually any of the industry's DLC, so I'll go ahead and make one, although all we have is oil and fertile land, so it's going to have to be a big old farm, I imagine. Yeah, believe it or not, it's actually probably just a bit too nice for this city, really, even though it's just like a massive industrialized farm. It's probably not that great to work on, but that's just really saying something, isn't it? You know, I've noticed that these cities are getting a bit too close to each other right now. I think we need to fix this a little. There you go, I'm sure this won't cause any mass floods that's going to kill half the population of a certain city that we won't name for, political reasons. Oh jeez, that water's coming in pretty fast. We best put down some flood defenses for these cities, just so you know, nothing happens, not that it will. I'm sure the water levels are going to be completely fine, and if anything, they're actually going to be lower, and it's going to be way safer, but just to be sure, we'll put down some flood barriers. Oh, I ran out. Sorry guys, I'm sorry about that, Poorland. I really couldn't have foreseen this as being a problem. Although saying that, if the look of the cattle's like saying anything, I don't think the population of Poorland actually gives a damn. It's already so bad here that the flooding of the city, they just don't care about. Look at the count. The population's growing right now. You might be thinking that's a lot of Poorland that's been destroyed, but don't worry. They have indeed mutated to rat people, so they're actually just underground right now, waiting to strike back at those rich people who let them be flooded. Heck, Richland has even sent over some of their disaster helicopters to lend a helping hand, and as you can see, they are trying their darndest to help the people of Poorland. Look at that. These guys are real heroes. Look, they just gave up immediately because they don't give a damn. There's also a dead guy in the emergency shelter. That's the one place you're not supposed to be dying. Right, so to make up for the fact that half of Poorland got wiped out, we're going to go ahead and put down a monument, and lungs of the city. That sounds exactly like something that would be put in Poorland, honestly. Okay, right next to the coal power plant, so I'm assuming this is going to brighten up the air around here. Oh, actually, Poorland's advancing a bit here. They've actually set up a ferry service. Oh, that's quite advanced. I don't know if the rich people are going to like that one, though. Yeah, I also need somewhere to launch my deadly space shuttles from, so, I'm sorry, Poorland. You've already done so much for me, but you just got to take this one for the team. There you go, like, hopefully none of them explode or any of the wreckage comes down afterwards on Poorland. This is the safest place for them to be. I think the rich people have actually come along and thrown down a research center here, because honestly, I'm also in complete awe at the fact these people are actually alive right now. Yeah, I actually put down a zoo for the poor people, immediately regretting it now that I've realized I put these deadly apex predators around nuclear hazardous materials and industrial waste, because it's probably going to create some weird mutations, isn't it? Meanwhile, I've been knocking down some houses in Richland to make room for more in like massive IT clusters and offices, so hopefully the people who get kicked out of these houses, they go live over here in Poorland. Right, I need more people in Poorland, so I'm gonna have to make recreational use of drugs available. Oh yeah, now look at that. Suddenly everybody wants to come to Poorland. Jeez. I don't want to point the blame at anyone, but someone just died in this house right next to the monkey palace. Now, honestly, it's probably my own fault, considering I have monkeys who are famous for climbing in a open-topped zoo enclosure. Secondly, I think I might just have a small inkling of an idea of which gorilla might have done the killing. Now, this is just a speculation. I get the feeling it might be this one right here. He looks a bit rabid. Oh, geez, that's knocker. Looks like the rich people weren't too happy about that whole, like, cruise liners going up and down this river, because they've actually gone ahead and done a bit of a Putin here and blockaded the route in. There's a weird smell coming from the apartment next door. That's literally the entire city! You know, I don't know what's going on, but all of a sudden after that blockade happened, a lot of Poorland's been getting a bit to develop. Now, I've noticed a lot of people aren't dying and the houses are getting bigger. I just don't get it. I think, have they finally evolved into actual rat people? Wait, where the hell's this road? I didn't build this. Where the hell did this come from? Oh god, I think they're actually tunneling like rats. What? Oh no. Oh no. They truly have evolved into rat people! Oh god, no. The rat people have... I think this is the city Skylines equivalent of the nuclear option. They built some sort of doomsday weapon. Oh god, the city's now thriving completely. I don't even know what happened. I literally don't know what happened. I allowed the drug use and then... Oh no. I think I forwarded their enhancement into rat people. Oh no, and the rich people have just damned off the rest of the guys. You don't want to do that there. I'm telling you, I don't know how you can't see what they're about to do. Oh god, I tried to warn you. I literally tried to warn you, you rich snobs. What have you done? What have you stupid idiots done? You were too busy building Ferris wheels and having big office buildings. You didn't see that you were living next to rat people the entire time. You complete fools. You've done this to yourself. The flood walls you have built is going to keep all the dirty sewage water in, you complete idiots! It is truly a disaster. I can't even put it. Wait a second. Oh god. I think they're here.